Okay, g'day guys, Mike here, Adventure Riding TV in Thailand, and we're going to show you a loop that goes around northern Chiang Mai, and this is a totally surprise ride. I didn't plan on this ride happening. I was at the airport in Perth and I messaged my friend Konstantin, there he is just there, and I told him we were going to Thailand, and he said, oh quick, come along, we're going to do a ride in northern Thailand. And I didn't bring any shoes with me. This was unplanned, and Ange has never been on a ride with us before, so this is going to be pretty interesting today. It's actually a secret on how to get your girlfriend or your wife to come on a ride with you, so we'll share all the details later. Here we are renting bikes. We're going to have a Honda. This is Konstantin. Konstantin, what's your channel?
My channel is very selfish, Konstantin channel.
Excellent.
And this is my
Alex.
This is Alex and my wife Ange, and these are the bikes we're going on: a Honda and a Suzuki V-Strom. So we're gonna have some fun. We'll check you a little bit later on.
So you getting new shoes, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't bring any shoes. I didn't plan to do a dirt bike ride or a ride until you called me. So I bought some shoes. Hopefully they're comfortable. Normally I would wear boots, but that's okay. No boots, so sneakers will do. As long as they protect my feet a little bit. We don't plan on falling off.
But he don't have any socks.
No, yet. We'll get some socks later today. So we start off in Chiang Mai, and from Chiang Mai we head out to Doi Inthanon National Park. Now Doi Inthanon is known as the roof of Thailand, as it contains the highest peak in northern Thailand, and the hills and the mountains here are actually the foothills to the Himalayas. So we head on in day one to Mae Chaem, which is a beautiful spot. We have a sleepover there. Day two, we take in the Mae Chaem waterfall, which is also a spectacular spot. That waterfall is 100 meters in height, and then head on to Mae Hong Son for another sleepover there. Day three sees us going from Mae Hong Son through Pai and back to Chiang Mai. So renting a bike in Chiang Mai was surprisingly easy. We got our bikes from Pup Rentals, which is just outside the border of Old Town. And all that was necessary was cash, which for the bike I got, the V-Strom, was $75 a day, which really is not much at all. And the other thing was you leave your passport with them as a deposit, and when you return the bike you get the deposit back. They had a variety of bikes available. I chose the V-Strom because they did not have any Honda Africa Twins left. So plenty of options, Hondas, everything you could want, and a variety of CCs in terms of motors as well. So surprisingly easy, great service. They made sure we had boxes to carry all of our goods with us. They do also provide helmets for free, and I definitely recommend bringing your own helmet, because the helmet I got was a bit too small for my noggin, and I ended up with a bit of a headache partway through each day. So come prepared, bring your own helmet, you'll be laughing and you're going to have a great time. So leaving Chiang Mai and riding out to the Mae Chaem waterfall, the traffic wasn't too bad, although you definitely want to have your wits about you on these Thai roads in the city. Once you get out of the city, I was really impressed by how well built the roads were, how much fun it was. I mean, there's a reason that this is such a popular route. There are so many corners and turns on this road. You're going to spend more of your time leaned over than you are with the bike up and down. So onto the Mae Chaem waterfall. Alright, we're at our first pit stop. My first recommendation, bring your own helmet. My helmet's too small for my head, so my noggin's getting a bashing in the forehead. But that's okay, we're here, we've made it.
We did, yeah.
How was it?
We made it, yeah, it was pretty cruisy. The traffic was good, you know, it was busy, normal Thailand traffic.
Yeah, were you comfortable?
Yep, comfortable.
Awesome.
Yep.
waterfall is beautiful. It's I know it's the coolest time of year in Chiang Mai, and it's still hot to hike up there, but it was really, really nice. Yep, very pretty, very relaxing. Sounds good. Alright, so here we are at the entrance to Doi Inthanon, which is known as the roof of Thailand. So it contains the highest point in all of Thailand. And remember, these hills, these mountains here, are the foothills to the Himalayas. So really spectacular country. Entering into this national park was 300 Thai baht per person. So if there's you and you've got a pillion passenger on your bike, it's going to be 600 Thai baht. So really it's next to nothing when you exchange it over to a US dollar or an Australian dollar or the pound. And it is a cost to make sure that you calculate for when you're on the trip. It really pays off because you get just absolutely beautiful spots to go and see. So here we are visiting Mae Chaem, which is the village on the hills. And I'll tell you what, one of the most amazing parts about this whole trip is the scenery, and it's actually the thing that makes it dangerous, because you're constantly wanting to look out at the scenery instead of putting your attention on the road where you're riding. So it really takes an amount of intention to be aware and to make sure that you're careful on these roads. So highly recommend this spot. It's just absolutely stunning, and I've heard that it's even more beautiful in autumn time. So plan your trip around the weather. You definitely don't want to be here in the middle of the Thai summer, because it'll just be absolutely way too hot. We've taken the road up to the Great Holy Relics Pagoda. Now this was an awesome, awesome spot. Okay, what's happening, guys?
We reached to the top, to the some pagoda. It's very cold here and very dark. Ooh, how do you feel? Is it cold? No?
It's beautiful. It was a bit chilly on the way up, and you'll hear Konstantin talk about how cold it was. It wasn't really that cold. He just lives in Thailand, so he's used to hot weather. These are two tall pagodas, as they're known, and they're interesting. One was dedicated to the king on his 60th birthday, which was December 5th in 1987, and the second one was dedicated to the queen on her 60th birthday, which was August 12th, 1992. Now, they were absolutely beautiful, and what I thought was best about them was the gardens that surround them, and from those gardens, the vantage point that you get looking out over the hills and looking out over this beautiful, beautiful scenery. So well worth taking in, well worth making sure you stop in for a visit. The entrance fee to go here was 40 Thai baht per person. It was a bit chilly, so particularly because this is on the way to the highest point in Thailand. So make sure that you're prepared for the different weather patterns you're going to see while you're here. But just the view and the flowers and the care and maintenance that went into this site made it all the worthwhile to go and have a look at. So from the Great Holy Relics Pagoda, we took the road that goes to the highest point in Thailand. The higher you get, the colder it's going to be. We were pretty tired and we were hungry, so it was spectacular to find a spot where we could get some nice warm soup and then take in the scenery around the place. Okay, here we are. We're at the highest spot in Thailand right now, which is the summit of Doi Inthanon National Park.
Okay.
And it's 11 degrees. It's 11 degrees out. It's a little bit cold and no gloves because I wasn't prepared for a ride, so we're having fun.
What you having?
We got pork soup with an egg in it and some rice and chili and sugar and coriander and onion and ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Yum.
From the highest point in Thailand, we took this crazy, curvy, turny road to our hotel for that night. Now, I've not done a lot of on-road riding in my life. I usually spend most of my time off-road on the dirt. This road had more turns and more hills than any road I've ever ridden. So if you're looking for that type of terrain, this is an absolute 100% winner of a ride. So it just felt amazing to know that we were in this northern Thailand. You know, you just feel so remote. It's not your normal country. You don't see the things you normally see. It made it all the more special. So, you know, by the time we got to our hotel, we were pretty tired, and we made a plan to go out for dinner. And when we went out for dinner, most of the places that we went to were shut. We found this one little sort of restaurant bar that had a Thai band playing. Now, I'll give them an A for effort. The sound may not have been the best thing I've ever heard, but they certainly were having a good time. The food tasted great and the beer was cold. We took in a bit of Thai rum that night, which also washed the day away quite nicely, and then went and had a sleep and got ready for the next day. Thanks for checking out video 1 in our 3-day trip to Thailand. So there's going to be another video coming out. Make sure you subscribe, because what's coming is quite the adventure. We got lost in the mountains. We ended up having a fantastic coffee at one of the highest spots in Thailand, overlooking beautiful mountains of Myanmar. And we also went to the tallest waterfall in Thailand, plus heaps of other adventures. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do. It'll be well worth being a part of this community.